be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now a first carry here for Robinson. Up to the 20. You look at this Saints defense. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Throwing on second down now, Minshew. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A give to Robinson on the option. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Falcons at 2-7 now on the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, point to the 35. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now Minshew. Taken down here by the Saints. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Minshew sets to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I've played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the fourth down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Remember, that was fourth and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and fourth and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
Robinson again. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Quick throw to Olave. Finding room at midfield. And down right around the 37. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Saints.
The Shaheed going to go in motion. On first down, Howell. Throws right side, and that's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partners are on the defensive back. I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the Saints' 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw it. Minshew. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's taken down inside the 30.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Off play action, it's Minshew. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Out of the gun is Minshew. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
2nd and 4. They could still get a 1st down without scoring. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Minshew going to keep it on the sneak. And he'll get it. He's over for a touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Faking the handoff, Howell. To the sideline and incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep. Now a 2nd and 10. Kamara trying the right side. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, but a very short pickup.
Now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Howell. Work in the middle of the field. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
He's one of the bigger receivers in the game, CD, and his size that time certainly helped against double coverage.
Yeah, you're still at a little bit of a disadvantage when you're going against multiple defenders when they're trying to double you and sometimes triple you. But you're exactly right. With his build, he can minimize.
It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
At the 27-yard line.
Option play. Here's Robinson.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Looking for London on the out route complete.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Younghoe Koo on for the field goal.
4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, this from 39.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they take a 17-14 lead.
So they're able to win that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. And Howe will throw it.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A nice punt, but a good run back as well at 13 yards.
And it will be Falcon football.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. It's complete to Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
2nd and a couple.
Here's Minshew. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Saints will have the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right?
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
2nd and 10.
From the gun, Minshew to throw.
This ball down the field for Pitts.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, they'll throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 70 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here's 2nd and 3. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Now a 2nd and 2. Powell out of the shotgun. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Powell throwing on 1st down here.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10. And Shaheed going to go in motion. 2nd down throw for Howell. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. He's got room to roam, and he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
All the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Saints have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And they're going to speed things up here. On 2nd down, Minshew. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
At this point in the 2nd half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Minshew. And that would be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
And Kamara's going to have a Saints 1st down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. Powell.
best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
And it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Howell.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 62 yards.
And the Saints are able to add on to that lead.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Demario Davis there on the stop.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you got a key on, because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. With now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And the Saints get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point try now from Dicker.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Falcons 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Again, it's Robinson.
Now he's free at the 35. He may go.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Bijan Robinson.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Falcons are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Koo now for the point after.
And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now they go play action with Howell.
And his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackle through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
On 1st down, Howell.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame him?
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 103 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting...
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. From 4 yards out. And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is up to 18 now.
42. Falcons 24.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Dumps this one off to Algier.
So the completion good for 7 there. And 3rd and 1 now. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Out of the gun is Minshew.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It'll be Minshew again. He finds Robinson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Now the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
39-yard line.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Trying to get that one to Chris Olave.
And it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Howell completing the quick throw out wide.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So here we go, 4th down, Howell.
That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short.
Is a turnover on down.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Minshew going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Off play action. It's Howell.
Staying up, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. They juked him, fighting through it. He's got space. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but
the self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's Minshew. That is caught. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Eluding the pressure right. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Saints, the win is a good one for morale, but little else as they move to 3-8. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Falcons,